welcome back to my channel. This is Christina at Homeschool and Grace, and today's video was a request from a viewer about English from the roots up. They were asking for a flip through and review of just how this exactly works out as a Greek and Latin curriculum. And so I'm super excited to share this with you. It's a really easy to use program, and we have really enjoyed it in our home. And I feel like it's easy enough that the kids remember the words very quickly, and they kind of stick in there for a long time. Very long time. So let's dive in, and I'll kind of show you a quick overview of how it's used with My Father's World and what we use with it, because we use this, plus we use a dictionary. And lastly, you need your flashcards. So it's really easy to do. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you how we use it. Okay, so English from the roots up, you're learning Greek and Latin, and this is just volume 1. And it's by Yogel K. Lundquist. So when you open this up, you have your table of contents, and you have your preface, acknowledgments, dedication, English from the roots up, how to begin, numerical index, alphabetical index, pronouncing Latin words, the Greek alphabet, and then you get to finally your Greek and Latin words, which is pages 1 to 100. And then you have an appendix and a sample letter, and then some selected bibliography. So you can go through and read all these, the acknowledgments and the English, and how to begin. So to begin with, you need your 3x5 index cards, and this is written to like a classroom. So this is just a sample of my second graders. So we were learning the letter 10. Oh, look at her D. Decim, or decim, and for the letter 10. And then this says to use a red, green, and blue watercolor, or just red and green borders. But the way that this is used with My Father's World, she is only learning this year Latin, so we're not marking them red or blue. She can just color. She doesn't need to put anything on them at all. You'd also need the index card filing box. And then this was saying for a chalkboard, the teacher. I just use a whiteboard. I just use a big whiteboard, and this one that I have here stands up. This thing. So this stands up. And then I'll write their words on here. I'll write the Latin up top, and then I'll write the English below. And then lastly, it says that you need a dictionary. So we use this one, and this one you can purchase from My Father's World. This is the Merriam-Webster's Elementary Dictionary. And it's a good dictionary for the elementary ages. And then it says you can keep an extra file box with letters in it, or with the root cards, but we don't do that. Okay, so getting into the lesson. So I'm actually going to switch over to these books. So for My Father's World, for Creation to Greeks, the children learn the Greek letter, or Greek words. And then in Rome to Reformation, they learn the Latin. So right now we're doing the Latin words. Last year, my oldest daughter used Creation to Greeks, and she learned the Greek words. So I'm just going to go to a week and show you a sample here. This is week 9. Let's see here. So if I was teaching this, I'd look here on Monday or day 1, and it says go to page 80, fratere or fratrice. So it's laid out really nicely, so you know the red are the Latin words, and the green are the Greek words, and it always tells you up here in the corner. So if you're not sure how to pronounce it, as I am not sure how to pronounce it, it gives you the phonetic way, the phonetic spelling of it. So frater or fratris, which means brother. And then, so this would be on the Monday, what we would do. Then they would I'd give them each a blank 3x5 card, and they would write on one side the Latin word, and on the back they would write the English meaning. And then we just go through each of the words that they have here as the samples. So fraternal means brotherly, fraternity, and again it has all the root words, frater, in it, brotherly association of men, fraternize, friar, frere, like Frere Jacques. And then down here, they always give you teaching notes. And sometimes we'll use some of them, and sometimes we won't if it doesn't seem like it really needs to be elaborated on, but sometimes we do that. And then that is all we do on Monday. So then coming back to my book on Tuesday, right here, sentences. Okay, so for day 2, it says sentences. So my older daughter will write a sentence using the words. My 5th grader will write a sentence using the word frater in some way. So either one of these words from the book, or sometimes she'll just write a word with brother in it. But then we'll talk about how it means, the root word of it comes from frater, fraternal, and we'll do things like that. We'll also then use the dictionary to look up words with our root word, our Latin root word in it. So, F. So we have here fraternal. So we know that this comes from brothers, having to do with brothers. Fraternal affection, made up of members banded together like brothers. Fraternal twin, fraternity. So we would go through in here and see which words, move that closer so you can see it a little better, which words are also from the root word. Okay, so then moving on, so because this is Rome to the Reformation, they would do a new word, and we'd look that word up. And then, again, she would do a sentence, and then we would do a review of all the words that they've learned so far. So I would take their box, and we would go through each word that they've learned. And they also have suggestions for little games. You can lay them all out and match them. You could do matching with the English word to the Latin. And then they would have a test on the last day, on Friday or the 5th day of the week. And you would test them on all their words that they learned. So that is how you use English from the roots up. So it's a super simple program. It's very easy to use. The words are easy to explain. You're not going to be trying to sound the words out because they give them to you in the phonetic way of saying it in the Greek and the Latin. And we have just really enjoyed this, both my girls so far, and I can see us using this when we go through the family cycle again, and teaching my younger daughters this as well. I hope this video was helpful for you today, and if you were ever interested in using this program, or just not quite sure what all was involved in teaching root words or Greek and Latin, it's super easy, especially with this book. It doesn't take much to teach it, so it's a great addition to any homeschool curriculum. So thank you so much for stopping by today. If you have any questions or ideas for other videos, please leave them down below in the comments, and I hope to see you at the next video. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.